What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. And in this video, we're going to be jumping into Superman Lost issue number 7 and issue number 8. I thought I had covered issue number 7, but apparently I didn't, so here we are doing a double issue video. Now, in the video that was issue number 6, we covered Superman running into an old version of himself. Not really understanding what this means. We can assume that Superman never makes it back home. So how is it that he is there now? A mystery that will unveil itself as we go further into the story. But even with Superman making it back home, we have seen that he is struggling. He is not himself, and Lois Lane, she is about to go to the extreme lengths to try and bring him back. So, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into issue number 7, we are picking up with Superman going incognito, making his way to a doctor's office. And while the guy says that he's not a doctor, Superman continues to call him this. It doesn't take long for this man to figure out that this is in fact Superman. He talks about not remembering Krypton, about his cousin, one who had seen that world. He never understood what she had lost. But after his last adventure, he is beginning to understand. Everything, everyone, suffering unimaginable emotional trauma. He feels like he has been patronizing his cousin. He thought that he was mentoring her, without a clue of the pain that she carried around with her every day. And this is when he switches the subject, talking about Lois Lane, that she has been trying for 2 months now to get him back home. He knows that he is losing the love of his life, but he doesn't know how to fix it. As they begin the session, this is where we pick up with Superman and the old version of himself, 19 years in at Anomaly A612, with the young Superman trying to move as fast as he can, trying to get away from the old man Superman. He tells Clark to just listen to me, to simply talk to me, with the young Clark asking, how is it even possible that you are flying so close to the singularity? But the truth is, he's had decades to survey A612. He has found several protected lanes near the anomaly. He tells him that there is no doubt about this. I am in fact you, escaped Victor's planet in order to save it. At least that's what he told himself. And the device that they had been using to map their journey was useless. The singularity's gravity has already scrambled all the navigation. They will never locate that planet again. Old man Superman tells him that it had been decades before he finally actually reached Earth. He had lost everything. He returned back here to give a warning to himself. He wants to save him. This is where we get a glimpse of Superman's life. After spending decades away, he returns home, and we find an old man Superman sitting in a wheelchair. Jimmy Olsen coming into the room, and we learn that Superman has been on the roughest of times. At this point, he doesn't even want to be called Superman any longer, just Clark. Lois remarrying years ago, but we quickly learn that Superman's powers have been stripped away from him. What they call the miracle filtration, reversing the greenhouse gas effects on Earth. And so what they're saying is that they were able to reverse climate change, but in doing so, it took away Superman's powers. The sun's rays were not able to penetrate through the Earth's atmosphere in the same ways. And so down here on Earth, Superman is mortal, but he believes what really destroyed him was his own pride. Already in a weakened state, deep into denial, he led the Justice League against ferocious enemies. But this battle had cost him everything. This is where we see that they have been moving, a secure area Bravo 6. Jimmy is taking Superman somewhere. Though this is a secure area, we see flames off in the distance. Cities ravaged by rioting and looting. The idea is to get Superman into low orbit, above Earth's charged atmosphere. This should restore his powers. The only catch, this is a one-way trip. He can never return to Earth. Picking back up with old man Superman and the young Superman at year 19. Asking how many times he has told that story, old man Superman says a bunch. But the story never works like it is supposed to. He simply wanted Superman to go down a different path. The life that he has been holding on to is gone. Presuming he survives, the wormhole could spit him out anywhere in space and time. This old man Superman is just one of countless possibilities. But he does tell the old man Superman that you wouldn't actually tell me I never made it home, no matter the circumstance, because Superman wouldn't want to know, because hope is all that he has left out here, asking the old man Superman to come with him. But the old man Superman says that that is something he doesn't want to do. There is no Superman, there is only Clark. Earth is all you have ever known. You have a 1 in a million chance of finding it again. Never take it, never take her for granted again. Not too long later, we find Superman floating in the abyss. Nothing and no one in sight, until we see the silhouette. A man in a spacesuit coming to the rescue. That man is none other than Adam Strange. With Adam Strange showing up on scene to rescue Superman, presumably taking him back to Ron. We have the epilogue that picks us up with Lois Lane and Lex Luthor. She has come to try and strike a deal with Lex, trying to get Superman back to the man he was before he was lost in space. And they both know that Lex, he wants to beat Superman. He doesn't want to kill Superman, he wants to be the better. He wants to be better than Superman. And in the state that he is in right now, he feels as if he was cheated. Lex Luthor feels like the world cheated him out of the opportunity to do this to Superman himself. And then Lois at a point that she will do anything and everything it takes to bring that man back. Lois asking where do they begin? Lex says that it's already started. Lois Lane has cancer. He has been micro-targeting her with gamma emissions since the minute she arrived. With Lois ready to punch him in the face, he says that this isn't a joke. You asked for my help and I have given it to you. Rescuing you is what Superman does. This is what making a deal with the devil looks like. Now at first she says that he is being ridiculous to stop all of this, but he says that there is no cure for cancer. If there was, he would have invented it a long time ago. He says to go get an opinion, and then you tell him. That ought to wake Superman up. After that, let him come to me. Now that is where this issue will end, and this is going to take us into issue number 8. Alright, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up some weeks later. We're having a conversation between Lex Luthor and Lois Lane. Someone had just broken into Lex Luthor's house, but Superman didn't come running in. In fact, he has expected Superman to come barging in through a wall for quite some time. Since that is not happening, he knows that Lois Lane has not told him, and so he is calling to remind her of exactly what she is supposed to do. With this conversation coming to an end, we are picking up on Ron. We pick up with Adam Strange, his wife, and Superman. They talk about the distance from here to Earth, about 4.5 light years. But the reason that he can't just take off is time dilation. If he were to do this, even with their fastest ship, he would arrive on Earth at least 10 years after the Zeta Beam could get him there. That space travel is time travel. And since they can't know precisely when the Zeta Beam is going to take them off of here, Superman has to stick by Adam's side the entire time. And in mid-conversation, this is where the Zeta Beam comes down. Adam Strange touching Superman. They Zeta Beam out of here, and we pick up in present day at day 85. Superman has been back on Earth since Lost in Space for 85 days, currently facing off against John Corbin, aka Metello. And after everything that Superman has been through, he understands John more than ever before. He has always seen Superman as the man that has everything and he has nothing. That John Corbin is homeless, friendless, loveless, while Superman has a team, cheering fans. Lois Lane, he has all of this, and John has nothing. What John doesn't understand is that Superman understands this now more than ever before. And while he tries to talk to him, he tries to reason with him. This is when Kara comes in wearing that utility suit and takes down John Corbin in one blow. Afterwards, Superman having a conversation saying that he's not happy about what she did, that he should have been given a chance. While they have this argument, the topic of the planet he left behind is brought up. The planet that he left to bring back help, but now he cannot find his way back to that planet. Kara is trying to let him know that he has done all that he can. He must move on, that Earth is his home and it must be his focus. As we pick up on day 87, we have Superman at the bedside of Lois. With her covering up the fact that she has cancer, she has been saying that she is just down ill, but they talk on the topic of the planet that is left behind. She knows that she will never get the man she loves back unless he figures out a way to save that planet, to get back there. That this is unresolved for him and he must fix it before his life can be fixed here. Picking up on day 88, we pick up with Superman and Black Adam. Alongside them, Adam Strange. Superman had come to Black Adam seeking a kindred spirit, someone who had made a similar journey lost alone in the void, as they are currently battling off this little void that has opened up here on Earth. A dimensional pocket letting out a horde of creatures. Our heroes take them out, and Shazam brings down the lightning to close up the portal, with Black Adam asking where is Superman's home, because he does seem a little bit lost. Going on to talk about time dilation. It didn't take him 5,000 years to get home, but by the time he got home, nearly 5,000 years had passed, and there is a difference there. He doesn't know how long his journey actually took him, but what he does remember is losing his mind, the relentless cold, the blackness, alone for years. The one man on Earth that might actually understand what Superman is going through. Superman saying that he still wants him on the League because he was once a good man, and Superman believes that he still can be. Black Adam going on to say that after everything, after all you've been through, you're still trying to save me. And so he tells Superman, you came here for my help, so here it is. You are home. Accept it. Take yes for an answer and learn from the mistakes of Black Adam. Don't waste the gifts you have left. On day 90, we pick up with Superman taking Lois to bed, her foot accidentally knocking over her purse, and Superman finds not only the call log to Lex Luthor, but the medication that she is supposed to be taking for her cancer. Superman has just learned the truth, as we cut over to a scene of Lex Luthor patiently waiting. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Definitely a much better issues than the last couple of issues that we had got. Now don't get me wrong, the Lost in Space stuff is exactly what I wanted, it's exactly what I asked for, but the story got off track just for a little bit there. It's nice to see that issues 7 and 8, they bring it back online, and man is this a freaking banger. Lex Luthor giving Lois Lane cancer to try and bring Superman back from the little funk that he is in. And Superman going to the likes of Black Adam, trying to get any kind of knowledge, any kind of understanding on what he has been going through and how he deems to handle it moving forward. But by all appearances, it seems that he has no intention of leaving that planet alone. Like Lois said, he can never be the man that he was before until he confronts that planet. That he cannot simply leave it to its demise. It is not who he is. It never has been. But now that Lois has cancer, how does this change the scenario? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with this series, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It'll get you completely caught up on everything going on with Superman Lost. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you are unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.